the Talking Reds with Neil Atkinson and John Gibbons. I really enjoy putting the in there.
I like the Aston.
Yeah, it's the Talking Reds. What does it actually mean at this point?
I mean, I didn't realise you were going to get into this, and I don't really feel like I've got an answer for you.
The philosophical nature of Talking Reds. Well, the person who's doing the most Talking Reds across the last 24 hours on the Talking Reds front is Pep Guardiola. Yeah,
he's been having a lovely chat about the Reds. He's into us, thinks we're boss. Thinks we'll take some beating, and thinks, generally speaking, we take a lot of beating, which you know isn't a shock in a way, because they're the only team who've managed it this season in the league anyway.
Well, it's this idea that they're knocking around there, that that there's a lot of people who are determined to find ways to act as though City should be well cleared or something like that. And at the minute, there's been a little bit of the backlash against the fact that Liverpool will not go away. But I think Pep himself, if you're Guardiola, there's probably two things simultaneously that should be conflicting. One, he probably really wishes we would just go away, but on the other hand, he's probably being the sort of person he comes across as, I think, as a highly driven professional who wants to be the elite at what he does, the best of the best. He's probably on one level relatively glad of the competition. He might feel differently first week of May.
Yeah, I think his main emotion will you go away, because they've got obviously the Champions League run, they're desperate to win that for the first time. They've got the FA Cup as well. Yeah, they've had nice draws in that, but they're still up against teams who'll take some beating, and so yeah, I think his main emotion will be go away. But as you say, there'll be a quiet sort of, well played, sir, about the whole thing. A reluctant kind of respect for. I mean, because that's what these top-level professionals have for each other, whether it's players, whether it's managers, whether it's all the sports stars. People have respect for other people at the top of the game, and at the moment, this is two teams right at the top of the game.
But it actually reminds me a lot of what Klopp said about Pochettino before our game against Tottenham, where you got to see on the pitch, whilst he didn't create a lot, Tottenham, in that run where they were on top, you got to see them be on top at Anfield. Probably more on top of at Anfield than any side I've seen this season, to be honest with you. I don't think there's another side who's come to Anfield and been certainly as in control of the game for a long stretch as Tottenham were from the period from arguably half-time until the equalise.
Yeah, that's fair actually, because we've had teams come and frustrate, haven't we? We've had teams come and look to set up like Bayern Munich did and be kind of difficult to beat, and they've looked kind of relatively in control in some senses, as in control of the destiny, but not in control of the football match, and certainly not dominating it, and as you say, from sort of just after half time really till the goal, Tottenham did do that, and they deserve some credit, although unfortunately for them, no points.
They deserve no points. I think that's something that Pep and everybody else is going to have to get used to from now until the end of the campaign. Is we deserve the points. They are our points, and we will take them 3 at a time. You worried about Friday yet? I feel like we've now flipped. That God. We talk about this stuff in work because we sort of have to. Yeah. That moment when the thing flips from the last game to the next one.
No, I'm still Spurs. I'm still Spurs. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how it went in, or why he doesn't, even after it hits him, he doesn't just clear it. So I think tomorrow's probably my flip day. I haven't looked into Southampton too much, like how good they are and that. Who they've got available and stuff like that, and so I know they've sort of struggled for goals a little bit this season and things like that, and obviously they've swapped manager, but I haven't been taking a huge amount of kind of notice of them, so I need to look into them, decide how good they are, and then decide how many we're going to beat them by.
Excellent stuff. Good on you, John. I have looked into them. I'm quite on Southampton. I'm quite on the Southampton train, to be honest with you. The manager's really interesting. They play interesting stuff. I like Højbjerg in the middle of the park. All of this is to come on the Friday show, which we're recording today. That's late today, 5 o'clock. The manager's doing his press conference today, which is inconsistent behaviour, John.
Yeah, and awkward for us because we had other plans.
Yeah.
And Jurgen's just riding all over them.
Not for the first time. We've got Stats Bomb in training. I did the first Stats Bomb. It was on our second Stats show yesterday. So Stats Bomb have come into training. We thought today I'll be quiet, and then Jurgen's decided he's just whacking a press conference in.
Unbelievable.
No, it's rude, to be honest with you. He mustn't have cleared it with Craig. That's all I can think, and Craig will have words with him.
Almost certainly.
People who are having fun, Degsy and Mo, bit of social media, crossbar challenge stuff knocked out there. They're just lads at the end of the day who are having a nice time and who are all mates with each other, and I like that sort of thing.
Yeah, there does seem to be a good spirit. I mean, it's easier when you're winning, isn't it? But I like sort of unlikely friendships, and that sort of very much is one, really. I don't know who I expect Mo Salah to to hang around with. All the lads who are kicking in the goal, probably.
Yeah,
like the side they have a unit.
All the forwards knock around together, all the midfielders, they're going round to each other's for tea, slagging off the forwards, slagging off the defenders. The defenders, Virgil's having everyone round saying, if it wasn't for us, this league title wouldn't be happening, boys. Yeah. And the forwards are going, they're not real footballers, not like us. Fullbacks get invited to everyone's dinners because they get up and down as much as they do.
Yeah, that's true, They're throwing assists in all over the shop. So they're getting invited. But I thought that, but fair play to Mo Salah, he's a man of the people. He'll be mates with Croatian centre-halves if they like coffee as much as he does.
That's what the bonded over in the first place, it looks like. But that is out there, it's on the Echo website if you want to check that out. It is Mo and Degsy just having a laugh with each other, really, through Instagram, which appears to be just a lovely place for social media. I'm not on it enough, I don't think. Maybe that's one of the reasons why it is indeed lovely. Anything else from a Liverpool point of view?
I think we should just do an insert and then come back.
We will do that. Let's go over. A couple of weeks ago I went to Haydock Park as part of our build-up for the Grand National in association with Redsbet. I really enjoyed it. I had a lovely day. Got to put my suit back on again. I'm really enjoying all these videos, by the way, because we've really enjoyed making them. We're trying to showcase the way Liverpool is around the Grand National weekend. And Liverpool is absolutely fantastic. But here's Haydock.
In the build-up to Aintree in the Grand National, who better to consult about the world's most famous race than a selection of racing royalty?
I think probably because obviously the Grand National is the most famous race in the world. The word Grand National actually is sort of taken a whole new meaning that the world over, and it's not just unique to this particular race. It's people have adopted that in local fates and everything, the Grand National. So it resonates the whole world over, and also it's a handicap. So it's been there's been an element of a lottery about it for many years. I think it's probably less so now. There's higher class races that contest it now, higher class horses. And that's probably why it is very standalone, and you can't really compare it with Cheltenham in the same way.
Yeah, look, it's not just the greatest race in the world, it's the greatest spectacle in the world, and I think the people of the northwest of England, Liverpool, etc., are very proud of it, and they go there to put a show on. We all go to Cheltenham, we all go to these other big festivals, but I think as soon as you arrive at Aintree, it's a it's almost a party atmosphere, and it's the most wonderful place. There's a lot of people there that maybe aren't that clued up on the deepest parts of the job that we do, but they're there to enjoy themselves and have a great time, and that rubs off on everyone.
That was us at Haydock Park. I hope you enjoyed it. Really enjoyed the day, and very much looking forward to the Aintree weekend. We're going tomorrow.
Yeah, we are. Liverpool Day, they call it. I like the Thursday. It's a little bit quieter. I mean, there's still a lot of people there, but it's a little bit quieter, so it makes the in between race pint urinate bet trio.
Trifecta, to use the parlance.
All a little bit more possible.
Yeah.
You don't have to sacrifice one. But that's a shame because I like putting a bet on.
Yes, indeed. We're going tomorrow. We'll be doing some stuff from there, and there'll be stuff coming out over the course of the day. Do get involved through our social and also through the obvious sort of channels. You know how to get hold of us. We're not difficult to find. And if you see us on the day, do feel free to come over for a chat. We're very interested in all of that sort of thing. Wolves beat United. Watford beat Fulham. That FA Cup semi-final to come, but more... It doesn't half seem mad to me they've given him this full-time deal, I mean, listen, this could just be a blip, but there's every chance they end up coming 5th or 6th this season, winning nothing, going out at the phases they're going to go out at, and it all feels a little bit odd.
I'm not sure. I think, look, he did exceptionally well when he kind of first came in, and that run was unbelievable. But I think this is a realisation for me, not of the manager, but more of the squad. And I think, generally speaking, Mourinho, wasn't getting enough out of that squad. But it's not a fantastic squad, I don't think. I think there's problems. I think it looks like it's been put together sort of by different people, which is kind of what it has, really. And it all sort of got a bit of a feeling of kind of Liverpool under Brendan Rodgers towards the end, really. And I think, when Klopp came in, there was a bump, wasn't there? But it wasn't, consistency. It wasn't kind of winning really every week. And I think Solskjaer's kind of got him into a situation like that. Like, they'll have looked at it, you know, they'll have looked at how he's done, how the players have responded to him, how he's changed the feeling around the club, which he undoubtedly has. And I think they've just decided to ride it a little bit longer. And I think he deserves a proper go, a summer, kind of some change to the squad. They'll know what they need to do. And I think he could do really well next season.
There we are. United, tell your United support mates, John Gibbons is backing them to the hilt. John Gibbons there with a chant of Ole is at the wheel. There is shows today, what's coming out on Tour Player. We have The Greatest. The Greatest was about, you know how it's always mad because Rob does it.
Yeah.
It is about your 5 favourite European Liverpool performances, the best Liverpool performances in Europe since the year 1990.
Okay. Did you do it?
Yeah, I did it, yeah. And I've got a bit, my number 3, so we had to do top 5 and rank them. Okay. And my number 3, I don't want to spoil it for the viewers, but it shocked the room. My number 3 shocked the room. There was a fair bit of consensus around other areas, but my number 3 shocked the room.
Okay.
So it's worth a listen. That came out first thing this morning.
All those people who didn't see Monaco at home coming.
Exactly. It's not quite like that, but it's not dissimilar. There is also coming out later on another excerpt from Maker's Dream, the audio book. It's that time of the season again. We are matching this up quite nicely. I really hope it doesn't end the same way. I could do without that, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You know when you make a decision to do something in July and August, and now this happens. Yeah. I have been, like, last couple of times this has come out, I've been a bit like, oh God, people are going to blame us.
Basically, when we play Chelsea, they start Demba Ba again. It's all going to get a bit much.
It's going to be bang on top if that happens. If Chelsea start Demba Ba, it's going to be bang on top. So that's to come out as well later on today. We're recording Friday's show tonight because of the fact that I don't understand when football matches happen anymore.
No,
and there's
it's all a bit of a mess, isn't it?
Yeah, so we're just doing it tonight. And I know it's called Friday's show and we're doing it on Wednesday and we're putting it out first thing on Thursday morning, but quite literally blame the Premier League. Do not blame me. I'm just one man swimming against the tide here. You're wearing that cap?
Yeah, it's Tokyo Time. It's my favourite one. It's the grey one, as you can see. Yeah. This is great, ladies and gentlemen. They've sponsored us all season for Talking Reds, and we're made up. Great people, Liverpool company, trying to do things a little bit differently. I'm doing really well as well. I'm seeing more and more of the stuff all around the world. So yeah, proud of them. But yeah, as I say, they've sponsored Wednesday's Talking Reds, all season. So nice one to them. And yeah, I think we're going to finish, are we, on a little bit of an advert they've made, which shows cooler people than me wearing their hats.
I just go like this all the time. Thanks to John, thanks to me. See you soon.
Tokyo Time are partnering us throughout this season, sponsoring Talking Reds, and we're delighted they are doing so. They are a premium headwear company based here in Liverpool, but represented throughout the world. Here's a really cool video that made the shows a little bit more about what they're about. They're supporting us this season, so make sure you support them.
Perfect.